EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts.
To kick off for Indianapolis.
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. From the gun, Minshew to throw. They'll fire one deep for Westbrook. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared, but I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Jonathan Taylor with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Jaguars 0. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Keelan Cole now to return. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
First down.
Play action now. Brissett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle, the Pro Bowl tight end. And now it's second down.
Second down and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
A pass complete here to Conley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on first down is Minshew. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun is Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. It'll be Minshew again. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Miller, the ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
You can't block me. You can't block me. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crabs. Greystone, grab it. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Now.
On second down, it's Miller. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Lamar Miller, 26 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, Brissett. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down, Indianapolis.
First down, Brissett. And he slings one that's incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it first and 10 at their own 43. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On third down, Brissett. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
15. And the Colts first down.
First and 10, Taylor now. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
And Taylor, the ball carrier. Jared Wilson made the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the Jaguars' 37-yard line.
Throwing on second and 8. Brissett. Campbell making the catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Colts.
Brissett on first down. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
The second down.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
2nd and 11 now.
Hey, Foxtrot. 54. You draw quarter.
Minshew sets to throw. And he locates LaVisca Chenault, the rookie from Colorado. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
At the 45-yard line.
Minshew, 1st and 10, steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Hey, Echo, 90 Wolf. There we go, 37 to Mike 37. I got him.
To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
There we go, 37 to Mike 37. And let's get that.
Now Minshew. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jared Wilson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 32-yard line.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Now they go screen. It's complete. Miller with a first down and more. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that one. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
31-yard attempt.
And Lambeau will put this one through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
To kick off for Jacksonville.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the third quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They run once more with Taylor. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 37.
A gain of 30.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Jaguars.
Play fake. Brissett. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Zach Pascal, 31 yards. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
His kick.
And it's up and good.
Makes the score Jaguars 16. Colts 14. Rigoberto Sanchez.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, Miller. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down at the...
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Switch out.
Now a handoff to Miller. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyler Eifert, 26 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Looking long for Westbrook. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, 78 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And that will make this a 16-point lead. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Brissett. find Taylor. That's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And it brings up third down.
Out of the gun, Brissett. He's going to fire one deep over. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That gain on third down, good for 28. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
play action now. Brissett
at the 40-yard line.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Complete to number 13.
That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. The Colts will go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Don't get nervous. Check 37, check 37.
Here's Minshew. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
By the Colts.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Colts are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Go.
Throwing, Brissett. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead. It'll be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Westbrook.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down now. It's Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, baby.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Back at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Intercepted by
so how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And now look at him go. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor now with his 3rd touchdown in his 1st ever NFL game. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Complete to DD.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
54.
They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. Connection made with Chenault. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second and 10.
50, plant. Alpha. Now. Cut. 58, right over there. Hey, seam 6. Watch the cross.
He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Back to throw. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now. All even here in this 4th quarter. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin with a quick throw out left. There he goes left side. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Our final score.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Jacksonville, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. Then they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat, and they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.